good don't happen. Everywhere you see good, people make it happen. It is natural for evil to thrive in this realm. That's why even in your house, grass is grown naturally. You don't need to water them, they will grow. But if you plant a flower, you must add manure, you must add water, and you must keep nurturing. The reason is because the mind of Christ.
Welcome to the Mind of Christ channel. In this video, the man of God explained why evil easily thrive on this earth realm and the need to sit up and work your way to victory. Success doesn't easily come to you. Stay blessed and keep watching.
Earth supports evil. And so if you want to find good, you must have to create it. If you don't create it, it can never find expression. This age is an evil age. But men are not wise. So they are walking through an evil age, hoping that good will happen to them. Hoping that one day it will be their day. The only day that the Bible reckons is the day where the roaring lion will find you. It said the devil prowls like a roaring lion, looking for who he might devour. So there are evil days apportioned to men. And so for you to live in this world like an invincible, you must begin to live in this world from another world. In John chapter 3 verse 13, Jesus was walking in Nazareth. And he said, the Son of Man, I thought he would say on earth. And he said, the Son of Man, which is in heaven. Because Jesus understood that this world is dark, is evil. And so the way to walk in this world is to walk like an ambassador. Function from another realm, function from another reality, so that this world will not be able to trap you. So while Jesus was walking on the earth, they thought he was on earth. The Bible said he's in heaven, but he sprang his reality into the earth realm. So many times, they arrested him. They wanted to throw him off the cliff. They dragged him to the edge of the cliff. When they approached the edge, the Bible says suddenly, Jesus walked through them. Because when you are living in heaven, or living on earth from heaven, the powers of earth cannot trap you. Even when he went to the cross, he said, this commandment have I received from my Father. He said, no man can take my life from me. He said, I have the power to lay it down and to take it up again. So such men, they are not killed. They lay down their lives. Because they are on earth, but they are actually in heaven. They live on earth from Zion. They rule the earth realm by reason of where they are standing. And until every man gets there, he will be a slave of the elements of this realm. And so when we come for an encounter service like this, what we are trying to do is to reveal the protocols of ascendancy, to cause men to journey into Zion and to function from there. Because the way it is that even your reality is in the spirit. You know, all of what we are seeing here, it was time that delayed its manifestation. All of it, once upon a time, was called Prophet Nana. This building was in him. This land was in him. If you met him 10 years ago, you will assume he's a man. But when you come into reality, he's a system. Everything you see and celebrate today was in him, but they were kept in the spirit. And so the more he journeys there, the more he downloads them. You now meet the downloaded version and you are clapping. But in the spirit, they know everything. Because it's a continuum. You know, some of you today, you are begging for food. Meanwhile, there's a dimension of you that should borrow to the government. When you go to beg, that your dimension will be angry with you. There are some of you today that are hoping that somebody will dash you money. And so you are doing psychophancy. There is a dimension in you that is a king. That dimension was not designed to beg. But the difference between the beggar and the king is an encounter. While you are begging, listen to this. While you are begging, that king in you will be hoping they should not help you. Because the more you help, they help you, the more you remain a beggar. The king in you is the one that is motivating you to seek God. Because the king knows when you come to Zion, he will now be permitted to escort you to earth. The Bible said you were fearfully and wonderfully made. And so every man you see walking on the earth is an aggregation of numerous dimensions. What you see is what he has permitted the earth to see. You are not weak. You are not a beggar. You are a system. But the question is, will you allow your generation see the system? Or is it this one? That's why when they saw him, they say, are you the one to come? Or should we expect another? But it will take an encounter. Because the man who ran from Pharaoh for survival can still return to Pharaoh and say, let my people go. So the version that runs and the version that returns is separated by an encounter. Sit down. You know, if you don't understand this, you will not know that what you need is not the help of the government. And who to blame is not the government. Who to blame is not another man. Who to blame is you, because you have refused to ascend.